Like,
This is a hot
I like.
take. I'm glad Data underpays the fighters.
Me
I
too.
like them when they're hungry.
I'm on this.
I want them desperate. Oh, do you want to fight once a year? Not on $12,000, you know?
Yep.
You know what's funny is
Sure.
like that's the exact perspective of dog fighters, cockfighters. Like
Yeah.
that, you want them hungry. You
really want them
I want
desperate.
them to fight 3 times a year. I want them to really want to win. The difference between like a 40-40 deal, like winning and losing, is huge. Like,
Dude, the idea that like when the Michael Vick thing was happening, you were like, hear me out. Like maybe those dogs did better because they were semi-drowned in a bucket.
I agree with this take though. I think the fighter pay thing, like they're not NFL players, they're not NBA players. Some of them, I hate to say this, some of them aren't even that good, and they're in the UFC. Lots of them, yeah, lots of them.
Right.
On any given night,
I mean, they're great.
That prelim fighter who was probably paid off to take that dive, like he looked like a regional circuit guy. Like all those guys. When I watch a prelim card now, I'm just like, man, these guys don't seem very technical.
Yeah.
And there's so many goddamn. It's such a bad look for a major sport to have fat athletes. Like baseball, you'll have a few chubby pitchers, and you maybe have a first baseman who can really fucking swing. He has one tool that he's just amazing at, and he can make up for it with pinch running or whatever.
Yeah,
but we got so many fat fucking heavyweights with like who's that black guy who was showing his ass? Like it was on the Macy Barber.
Yes. Chocolate Pepper Pig.
I've never seen them stop a fight and stand fighter up so he could pull his goddamn pants up, but they did it.
Yeah. His pants, I don't know how he managed this, but his pants were too loose. It must be a rare problem for him. Must be a very rare problem for him.
Maybe
in order to fix the problem, I'm not kidding, they tucked his belly into his pants to fix the circumference issue.
That's a fat guy move. That's a fat guy move.
There was a demand for more circumference from his shorts to keep them up. So they tucked in the bottom layer of his stomach.
Dude,
flap.
I would pay $1,000 for those shorts. I want to put them on and tweet it.
I mean, if there's
you'd be standing in there like fucking Jared Fogle holding them out.
If you could change the UFC or the MMA judging system, how would it work under your rule?
Oh, under my rule? That sounds cool.
You're kidding.
I would be knees to a grounded opponent must. They're a must. We need it to happen. If you fail a takedown, you should be panicking. Like, holy shit, I could get kneed in the face here for failing this.
Okay.
And also, if you're on the ground with someone, you can't knee someone in the face if they're downed. It used to be that if you had any hand touching the mat, they can't knee you. So guys that knew they could be kneed in the face would just touch their hand to the mat and stop it. But now it's if your knees are down, you can't be kneed in the face. But what this means is that Marab can shoot and fail takedowns. And then once he fails them and he's on his knees in front of them and they've got like a dominant position on him, they have to like hesitate on what they can throw.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, but you should be able to knee them in the face from there, right? But then it would also mean on the alternative side of that is if someone's on top of someone, they can just hit him with that nasty knee from like top position. So it benefits both sides. Soccer
flexible
kicks,
guys can throw that knee up to their own shoulders and above. Like I saw a guy on top of I saw a guy. They were against the cage, and he's pressing the guy against the cage, and he's bringing his knees like up to his face. Like guys with that kind of flexibility could probably knee you in the face on top of you on the ground, like without getting into some like into side control or something. I like that. I definitely do. Although I would like some soccer kicks. Let's go pride rules with this.
What is the soccer? I don't understand the difference.
Like just imagine someone on there,
like
if you're on your knees and palms, right, like there.
Sure.
And another guy from the side soccer kicks you in the nose. That's illegal in the UFC, but it was legal in Pride, which was as big as the UFC, call it 15 years ago.
That seems like it should be allowed. Right? Or what are the arguments?
Results are gruesome.
Yeah,
so it's not allowed.
Finisher basically is the.
It's not the pussy fighting league. It's the ultimate fighting league.
Well, it is because when they were working with Vegas to make the sport legal and like official, there were a couple things that they didn't want to happen. One was like elbow strikes at 12-6, they're called. and soccer kicks to the head of a downed opponent, knees to the head of a downed opponent. Those things were removed so that they could get like legal in America.
Would that make, if they allowed soccer kicks, would that force the sport more into stand-up fighting?
People wouldn't be like laying on their back being like, come on, into my guards. That shit would stop real quick.
Oh, well, then do that. As a casual watcher, do whatever it takes to keep those guys who are laying there like fucking like hermit crabs pretending they're in the position of power.
Haven't I seen guys do like a flip and do an axe kick onto a grounded opponent?
Rolling thunder. But like that's also illegal, but it's like the referee literally, and this is not a joke, the referee will be like, but that was cool, so we'll just let it go. Mikel Pereira did a backflip once and like kicked someone in the face on the ground and got a finish. But they just didn't enforce it at all because it was like, whoa, what a backflip. Like it was they didn't change it at all. It was this guy Nico Price, he got like backflip kicked in the face. That was illegal.
But that's the rule. Like, no kicks to the grounded opponent unless you're really cool.
Yeah, unless you do it cool. I think it's just that they want to have some, this isn't a street fight. There is some kind of decorum here. And I think soccer kicks to them is just like, low class moves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, it's not a gentlemanly thing to do. Like exactly. You know, like if you were in a fight with someone that you didn't hate, but you had a disagreement you needed to settle through mutual combat, you would probably also not soccer kick that person in the face. It is like a little above and beyond. Like I'm watching a montage of Pride soccer kicks and I'm like, do I want this? God damn.
It's tough.
Oh.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And you see guys that come from Japan, like Asia, guys that came up in Asia. Yuri fought in Rising, but he doesn't do this as much. But some of the other fighters, like the smaller fighters especially, they are used to like kicking people in the head. And sometimes they'll knock someone down and you can see them kind of like they'll pump fake with their legs like, shit, I can't do that here. It's too vicious because it really is like the second you get hit with a soccer kick, you're done. Doesn't matter how good your team is.
And when I see it in street fights, it's like the off switch. I've never seen anybody eat a street kick or a soccer kick to the face in a street fight. Everybody goes out.
Why is that a bad thing?
It's not a bad thing. But again, the UFC it literally straddles that line we were talking about earlier between sport and entertainment. Like it's not WWE, but it's not like Major League Soccer or Major League Baseball or whatever you want to say. It's somewhere in between. Like just how the rankings work, how the judging system works. I think there should be like 7 judges, at least 5. And the qualifications for judges should be at least written down somewhere and not made up on the fly.
Who are the judges now? They don't have like a Supreme Court.
Sometimes it's a boxing judge. Sometimes it's a friend of a friend.
Yeah, it's
it should be ex-fighters or something, but you kind of want people who aren't in the sport to be the judges.
Or brain damage as well.
Or brain damage, yeah, sure.
It's already too incestuous.
It's already too incestuous. So, imagine some guy who, retired 6 years ago. He has friends and enemies throughout the whole organization. Sure. That's like the last guy I want to judge. On the other hand, they go so far removed that you get boxing guys who don't know that, like submission attempts and takedowns are worth something.
Yeah.
That's
tough. They know how to quantify. Or not only that, like if a guy escapes a position through high level technique or something like that, they don't know how to quantify that. They don't see it. And they don't have, and I see people throw Joe under the bus. I think he's a pretty good job of helping casuals get the sport. He certainly knows more than me. And but like he's not the most technical guy. He's more of a color commentary guy at this point. Early in UFC 3 or whatever he started at,
he was so much better.
He's our nuts and bolts guy. He's telling America why we're crawling around on the ground.
I thought he was the color guy for UFC.
No,
he's evolved to that. He used to, like during the fight, he'd be like, all right, so what needs to happen here is Iceman needs to get his elbow inside that, like to escape the arm bar. Now he's just like, whoa, he rocked him. Or telling stories about.
Did he get replaced? Like they brought another guy on to do that bit of analysis, and now he's been requisitioned.
Like guys,
Rogan is with DC a lot, and I feel like they think their job is to get excited about the fight. And to me, it comes off as so insincere and fake that I have stopped liking him. I look forward to other people
it's the evolution of the MMA fan. You start off and you think this guy knows everything, this Joe Rogan guy, and then when you become a hardcore fan, you think fucking shut up about calf kicks, please, for the love of his losing streak was tough, dude. But it was just any type of win was good to get, even if it was against Salt Pappy. But I missed the shit show.
Like he'd won the World Series or something. He was on his knees. Yeah.
But it's everything, dude. Coming off a win is big for Ferguson's esteem. Like that has been his thing. His win streak was so long in the first place that was almost his personality was that he wins.
Remember when
all of a sudden became.
Remember when he's tearing the mantle of his home apart, looking for the wires the government was using to listen
oh my
in on
God.
him?
I remember when the phone call of his wife while he threw holy water at her on the phone to the police. I mean, I was rooting.
BJ Penn
I think we were all rooting.
Holy water.
Yeah. Oh, BJ Penn's going wild. He's got capgras syndrome, I think, right? Is the thing you get from meth? Is that what it is? Capgras syndrome?
I've never heard of that.
It's like this thing where you sort of have these psychotic thoughts that sort of come from like doing drugs, and people were saying that maybe he was on meth for a certain amount of time. My fan base, I was so terrified of this. BJ Penn is like losing his mind. And I said as a joke, when Halloween comes around, we should all message BJ Penn saying, stop asking questions, all at the same time on Halloween. and I really tried afterwards to be like, let's cancel this. But they kept going. Are we still on for Halloween? Thousands of them. Are we still on for Halloween? We're going to get him.
Don't call back on a hilarious joke. That's very funny.
You think did it happen?
I really, maybe a couple of them did, but I really tried to avoid bringing that up again because that went off on like TikTok. This is the problem, dude. I say something that goes off on TikTok. Now I'm responsible for the fucking crash out of
things you say.
Yeah,
I don't think he's on meth because he's still chubby. Like I think he and I know. True. I think he's alcohol and CTE, and it's fed into exacerbated some sort of paranoid delusions that he has because he thinks his mother's literally been replaced by an imposter or something.
Yeah,
and all sorts of crazy stuff. Like
Zach's posting on this side. If you're here for MMA Guru, you don't know our show.
I heard Jamie, it was Matt.
Our young Jamie. It says traumatic brain injury can damage your cortex and lead to Capgras syndrome.
I did hear that like people were saying rumors on the street were that he did do meth a couple times. So that was also a part of it. But yeah, apparently it's just he got like knocked out in a street fight. This is like really humiliating for MMA fighters. Some fat guy in a bar basically was like, "Oh, you think you're tough?" Like to BJ fucking Penn. And it was gonna like you were watching it thinking this is gonna be one of those videos where the fucking guy who doesn't know who he's messing with takes on BJ Penn, and he slept BJ Penn really badly on the concrete. And then BJ Penn like went back for round 2 and took the guy down from behind and just beat the shit out of him on the ground. It was like the worst. It was the worst representation.
Teach you to turn your back.
Yeah. You got your Pearl Harbor on me, but here comes the war.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go. Little Hawaii spin.